What's up, my superhero team? This is Superhero Reactor, and you guys requested it. It's the everything great about Captain America Civil War. Let's see how great is this Captain America, because yes, seen it many times. Oh yeah, I love it so much. It's better than Batman v Superman. I'm telling you. Yeah, saw it twice in theaters, many times in my HD digital, and recently I bought the Blu-ray and everything, so I watched it with my family. So, well, we have fun. Anyway, let's get this to it and react in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Booyah!
Hairstyle makes sense, you know, other than to make us all swoon. I mean, the
hang on a sec. Something is wrong with my speakers. Bingo! I knew it. Something was wrong. Sorry, guys. Little technical difficulties here. So, I'll make it better. It's like I'm using my powers, but no, forget about it. Any case, here we go. Let's do this again. 3, 2, 1. Booyah!
Now the hairstyle makes sense. You know, other than to make us all swoon. I mean, the fangirls. Swoon. Spider-Man shadowing. Still totally in love with Jackman's Winter Soldier theme. So happy they brought it back to tie us into Cap 2. Super Soldier Serum Misdirection. Starting right here, this entire film has a linear path towards some kind of final showdown between the other Hydra super soldiers and some Avengers, only for the final twist of what's actually important about this scene to be revealed later. I love these giant location title cards. As far as the film goes, they make perfect sense. This movie jumps around a lot and very rarely to the same time or location, so each giant title card is like a reset signal to us that something new is about to begin, like a new chapter. It's also a huge payoff later on to anyone who knows the hometown of a particular superhero, where a small marker at the bottom may have been overlooked. Ha! One of the few times we've been on the receiving end of a Cap jump. And I didn't notice the first time, but Falcon is the one who drops him off. Cap hasn't stopped finding new and brutal ways to punish faceless goons. And now even Falcon has joined in the butt-kicking fun, by adding a little extra panache to his repertoire. Teamwork. I can't be the only one still totally impressed by Cap's shield skills, right? But man, no one ever misses an opportunity to kick someone across the room. I'll be honest, I used to think Falcon was a little lacking in the universe where Iron Man and War Machine exist, but shield wings and thermal digital targeting are starting to redeem it. In addition to new butt-kicking moves, Black Widow has also upgraded her parkour skills. Well, hey there, this cute little guy won my... Oh, now he's killing people. Man, Cap is the best. He may take some beatings that slow him down, and he can be bested a few times, but eventually he adapts and starts winning. He's such a satisfying character. Maybe it's sort of Avengers 2.5, but it's still a Cap movie. Making Crossbones a supervillain essentially created by Captain Winter Soldier is a great setup to nail home that this is Cap 3, but also another perfect way to start the main discussion of Civil War. Saving your friend. Oh, crap. Oh, she's killing people. One of the things that makes this such a great film is that it's almost entirely character-driven as opposed to plot-driven. There were plenty of ways to set up a perceived need for governmental oversight, but this explosion is also something that has a lasting effect on Wanda. A testament to the quality of this script is how insanely obvious it is to us what the final conflict will be on multiple viewings, but it's hidden inside fun, stark tech, and more importantly, more character development with Pepper not being around, immediately throwing Tony off kilter and giving solid reasoning for all his motivations in this film.
As in, all of your projects have just been approved and funded.
Guilt philanthropy. Philanthropy.
His name was Charlie Spencer. You murdered him.
We try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes it doesn't mean everybody. But if we can't find a way to live with that, next time, maybe nobody gets saved.
And there are your two opposing ideologies. Stark has no words and feels the full weight of his part played, and Cap can still see the good being done and all the worse that would happen without the Avengers' intervention.
And what word would you use, Mr. Secretary?
How about dangerous?
I'd be upset if the Hulk dated my daughter too. Perspective shift win, with the Hulk presumably killing whoever took this footage with falling debris.
Mission report. December 16, 1991.
Zemo has been changed quite a bit from the comics, but we're so far removed from World War II at this point, it definitely makes more sense to have recent events be the reason for the Cap Avengers' hatred.
In the 8 years since Mr. Stark announced himself as Iron Man, the number of potentially world-ending events has risen at a commensurate rate.
While Vision's equation is a common enough thread among superheroes, it follows a very logical chain of events in this universe. Crossbones, for example, was ready to die by suicide bomb just to take Cap with him. If that's not an escalation of villainy.
Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. Conflict breeds catastrophe.
Anyone else love the way Vision is dressed? Like he's just trying to fit in and be human? He doesn't wear real clothes, so he must have fabricated those with his powers. And now we have both of our leaders not in their right minds. The life that Cap yearns for since he went into the ice has now officially been buried with Peggy.
Even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no, you move.
Whether Steve would have found himself on this side of the Civil War or not, those call to action words, or inaction as it were, from Peggy would definitely push him towards that side, especially given that she plagiarized one of his most famous speeches from the comics.
I didn't want you to be alone.
One of the best emotional moments in this film, building off the relationship they solidified in Winter Soldier. Hawkeye was our surrogate in Age of Ultron, but this time Natasha is the one with feet in both worlds. As an ex-villain who is constantly questioning if she's on the right side of history, she can empathize with both sides and her conflict makes perfect sense no matter her allegiances. And even if they fall on opposite sides, she still loves Cap. Also hugging. Since Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Iron Man, there has not been a better cast than Chadwick Boseman for T'Challa.
Yeah, he's killing him myself.
His silent stoicism exudes years of warrior lineage and built-in genetic wisdom. He plays it so confidently, it's barely even surprising when he starts competing physically with Cap and Bucky. Zemo is an intelligence operative, but he isn't a super genius or enhanced in any way. This shot of him learning the Russian trigger words shows that. He's just a guy out for revenge with lots of patience. Picking up where the Winter Soldier left off, Bucky is still running, learning about his past, and obviously not staying in any one place for very long. Stopping bullets with your hand. Bet we'll never see that again.
Come on,
Saving your sort of enemies? The claustrophobia of this stairwell fight scene brings me right back to the elevator, and it actually ends with the target jumping down a long distance. But that catches a win. Ooh, everything about Black Panther, especially his appropriately feline movements as he stalks up on Bucky. Yep, he's bulletproof. Cats always land on their paws. It's so evident how planned out Bucky's escape route is. Everything he does is so meticulous, and he seems to have contingencies for his contingencies, right down to going into the tunnel to evade the helicopters. This chase could have come off really goofy, but they nailed it. Exciting, tense, and about as believable as humans running faster than cars can be.
Yeah.
Man, did they do Black Panther right. Somehow, that's not CGI. So that's 5 yups. Tom and Jerry reference. If I had a nickel for every time Cap runs away from or is some way near flipping cars, I'd have a number of nickels. Still awesome. Something I love about the MCU is that we're at a point now where secret identities just don't really matter. Oh, another enhanced dude? Whatever.
You know, I don't know what this is. One day, who knows? I may even control it.
Yeah, Thanos will probably have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Punch you in your perfect teeth.
Airport shadowing.
They don't grant visas to weapons of mass destruction. Give me a break!
Can we just give these two guys Oscars already?
Yeah.
The book comes out and the Winter Soldier theme comes right back.
They deserve it.
Stopping a bullet with your hand. Bet we'll never see that again. Nothing ever works in the Winter Soldier. Last time he caught Cap's shield and broke Falcon's wings. This time he's barely slowed down by Iron Man's pulse blast, and for the second movie in a row is never, ever taken down by Black Widow's scissor head move. Love that T'Challa still lands like a panther even without his suit. What was I saying about swooning? Yep. Returning the favor. Every win I give Black Widow for amazing fighting and parkour in large part actually goes to this woman. Super Soldier number 3, aka Heidi Moneymaker. She's the stunt double that makes some of this choreography look so amazing. As well as Jackson Spidell, Cap's double, and Aaron Toney, who does stunts for Falcon and Black Panther. And the misdirection continues. A super soldier that can best Bucky? These guys have to be our final battle, right? Beautiful beard win.
Where's yours?
And all the comic readers cheer. This is the payoff for giant location title cards.
Hey, Matt, did we get my emails right?
Both of them sending signals. Such a perfect intro for bumbling, awkward Peter Parker.
It's hard for me to believe that she's someone's aunt.
Yeah, well, they come in all shapes and sizes, you know.
True, just usually in this case less Marissa Tomei, more Angela Lansbury.
I'm gonna sit here so you move the leg.
That line. Tom Holland forgot his blocking where he's supposed to be and move in the scene, and so completely in character, Robert Downey Jr. asked him to move his leg so he can sit down. Funny moment of the nervous actor Tom and the nervous character Peter melding together. Because that's Robert Downey Jr., and Tony Stark, and Iron Man.
All in one.
Guess I should not.
What are you doing here?
Fair question. 2 reasons. He owes Quicksilver his life, therefore will always feel responsible for Wanda. And also, he's the one that gave her that speech I winned in Age of Ultron that encouraged her to start tearing Ultron bots in half. Oh, Vision, you indestructible being, you. This might look like she's just pushing him through the floor, but if you watch closely, she actually decreases his density, or in some way spreads his molecules, so that Hawkeye can slip through. Then she increases his density to the point where he's so heavy the Earth's gravity starts sucking him downward. Fun little details.
Because somehow those things are
Also
connected.
flirting.
Can you move your semen? No.
Is this creepy or sweet? Creepy or sweet? Creepy or sweet? I guess it's sweet.